gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Okay. Then for cabbage, that was one example I'm taking from plants. Okay, now brassica, oleracea. In plant, we are using varieties, so VAR, var. So trinomial nomenclature, that's one. Again, this one is variety. Capitata, capitata. Autonym. Now, what is autonym? Suppose when species name and subspecies or variety. Variety we are using for plant and subspecies for animal. When both names are same, they are called autonym. Now, this is valid for botanical and zoological nomenclature. Means only for plant and animal nomenclature. Only for plant and animal. Now, next one is tautonym. Tauto. That is when genus and species epithet are same name. Now, it's invalid for botanical nomenclature. Invalid for botanical nomenclature, but valid for zoological nomenclature. So this is totally okay. Clear with this? Clear with this, students? Now, next one is homonym. Homo means same always. Biology, homo means same. So homo name. Suppose one name is given for two. I'm giving you one example like Prunus deucis. Okay. Now this scientific name has given to almond also. Almond also, as well as plum also. For plum, you will use Prunus domestica. Prunus domestica. Now, what is taxonomic hierarchy, students? Taxonomic hierarchy. Now, these are groups in which organisms are placed. Okay, where? How, students? On the basis of similarities with respect to characterization. These are groups in which organisms are placed on the basis of similarities with respect to characterization. Like just one example I'm giving you. Like character. Which character? Suppose jointed legs. How many pairs they have? 3 pairs. 3 pairs jointed legs. Where you will fit this organism? Under insects. So this is actually taxonomic hierarchy. Now come to see. Okay. Suppose if I talk about seed, students. If I talk about seeds. Okay. Naked seed. plant you will put into group gymnosperm. If it is forward seed, we will put into group angiosperm. Now, what is the hierarchy, students? See, there is a trick to learn this one. Okay. What is the trick? Keep pots clean or family gets sick. This is the trick. Okay. K for kingdom, P for phylum. Now phylum we will use for animal and division we will use for plant. Clean for class, O for order, family for family, get for genus, G for genus, S for species. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Keep sorts clean or family gets sick. This is the trick to learn this hierarchy. Okay. Next things. Now, in case of class, what will you use as a suffix? You use phyta. Example, take one example. Bryophyta. Suffix Phyci. Mycetes. Opsida. And AE. Take one example. Chlorophyci. Deuteromycetes. Bryopsida. Dicotyledon. For order. This is for class. What suffix you use? Ales. Example. Rosales. For family. Suffix AC. Liliaceae. Tabaceae. Asteraceae. For genus. Suffix us, is, on, a. Pinus. Pisum. Arabis. Simpo, po, o. Last one is A now. I'm writing here, Rosa. So these are the suffix which we are using it. Okay. Now, next one is species concept. What is a species, student? Species are the now, species. The concept of a species. Concept of a species was given by John Reed. Okay. Now, what is a species? They are group of closely related individual with similar morphological, anatomical, biochemical, and cytological features. Now, most widely concept species, most widely accepted plant species, that is biological species concept. Now, this biological species concept was given by Ernest Mayr. Now, we defined species on the basis of we defined species on the basis of reproductive compatibility, reproductive compatibility or interbreeding. Now let us see. Actually, this is the definition just now I have read, but now I will make you understand the concept that how will you define a species. Okay. Wait a minute. Suppose this is a plant species or animal species. Suppose this is a species A. From and from here we have isolated one more species A. Okay. Now let them allow to interbreed. We will see that they are crossing this one. This is the simple one crossing. We have seen that no interbreeding possible. What we have concluded with this? If no interbreeding is possible, that means somehow this A species has been converted into B species. That means this is now converted into new species. As it is converted into new species, so no interbreeding is possible. Because interbreeding is possible only between the same species, not between different species, not between other species. Okay, if interbreeding possible, then same species. No interbreeding, then different species. Means we can say now that species are reproductively isolated. They are reproductively isolated. They are reproductively isolated. Okay. Now this is the concept of species. Now same species, they always follow closed system. Closed system why? Because they cannot interbreed on another species. That is why they follow closed system. Now, what is the characteristics of a species, student? They can freely interbreed. Okay. They can produce fertile progeny. Okay. And they have capacity of exchange of genes. Okay. Now, till this clear to you, student? Is it clear? Any doubt till this? Students, any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? Till this, any doubt, students? Students?
No, ma'am.
Any one of you?
No, ma'am.
No. There is drawback also. So drawback of biological species concept. What is the drawback? No. In good majority of plants, sexual reproduction is absent. In good majority of plants, sexual reproduction is absent. So how will you give the concept of species to this plant where sexual reproduction is absent? Second one, same for bacteria also. So bacteria is a non-biological species. We can say that bacteria is a non-biological species. You know. And one thing, suppose interbreeding between closely related species. Okay. Interbreeding between closely related species can be present. Just now I'll give you one example. Like a horse and turkey, they produces mule. So how will you define these species? Because according to biological species, interbreeding is not possible between other species. But donkey and horse, they are mating and they are producing mule. So these are the three drawbacks of biological species. Now see some example. Hiney. Hiney is the product of horse and donkey. But this horse is male. Sorry. Horse is male, donkey is female. That is why H word comes before. Hiney. Then mule. Mule for donkey, but male donkey and female horse. That you should know which is male and which is female. And they are natural students. Naturally, they are produced, but they are sterile. Okay. Now, third example, I can give you Tigon. Tigon again, male is tiger and female is lion. And fourth one is liger. Male is lion and female is tiger. Now, this cross has been done artificially on captive condition. Okay, but these are fertile students. These are fertile. Okay. Now, one systematic position I'm showing you for plant. Okay, for angiosperm. One systemic position. As I'm writing for plant, that's why kingdom. So I'm writing a division, not phylum. Then class, then order, then family, then genus, then species. Okay. Just take the kingdom. Kingdom planting, division, angiospermy, class. Suppose I'm giving two classes like polymoniates, sapinidals, sapindales. Now, then what about the family, student? Since I'll give you more examples, I'm not considering the order. Because the family, Solanaceae and Convolvulaceae. Now genus. Suppose I'm giving you the genus Petunia, Solanum, Datura. Species, three species I'm taking here. Solanum for Solanum. I'm writing the example. Potato. Okay. Now, all three I'm taking from Solanum. Potato, Makoi, brinjal. So, brinjal, Solanum, Melongena. Solanum, Melongena. Makoi, Solanum, nigrum. Potato, Solanum, tuberosum. Yes. Again, some more concept of species, students. So this is systematic position. No. More concept of a species. Suppose polytypic species. Polytypic means here subspecies, more than one subspecies or more than one variety. Okay. More than one variety. Monotypic. Subspecies one and here variety absent. Take one example. For polytypic species, more than one species, no? Or variety. So take one example. Brassica, Polydechia, VR for variety, and Capitata. Polydechia, Brassica, Polydechia, Capitata. Scientific name of cabbage. This is for species. Same for genus. If I consider for genus, I'll consider for genus, then polytypic, and again monotypic. Monotypic means one species. Example, very easy. Homo sapiens. Fine. Now, polytypic means more than one species. And I will give you some example. Suppose I am giving you example of Panthera. Panthera is a genus, more than one species. Take the example, Panthera leo. Panthera leo means for lion. Panthera tigris. for tiger. Okay, this is about the genus. Again, some more concept of species, like one I have discussed, biological species concept. Okay, beside this, some more concept of species. Three concept of species on the basis of geographical isolation. Okay, now types of species. OTB means on the basis of geographical isolation. Geographical isolation. Now, first one, number one, allopatry. Allo means different. Patrick means land. Fine. Suppose I am giving you one example. This is a separate land. This is a separate land. And these two land, suppose they are separated with water. These two lines, they are separated with water. This species cannot come here and this species cannot come here. So they are different species. This type of species are called allopathic species. Second one is parapatric species. They are overlapping region. Suppose this is a land and this is a land. Okay. This portion of land they have overlapping region, but still they are separate species. So this type of species is called parapatric species. Para means parallel. Again, patric means land. Okay. And third one is sympatric. Sym means say sympatric species. Suppose this is a land. In total this land A. This is occupied by one species. But particular this region they have occupied with another species. Now what is the reason? What can be the reason? Can you tell me the reason? Suppose in this total this region very heavy rainfall or dense forest is there or food quantity is very high, the moisture content is high, humidity is high, that's why. But here less rainfall, less food, less moisture due to these changes in weather, okay, or due to some isolation, they have produced a new species here. In the same land, there are two types of species. That type of species is called sympatric species. Some more categories of species are there. Some more categories of species. Suppose sibling species. What is sibling species? They are morphologically similar. When we look the organism, they are similar, but they show reproductive isolation. Example I am giving you Drosophila. Okay. Drosophila Paris Willis and Drosophila pseudo obscura. Okay, both are morphologically similar Drosophila, but they are reproductively isolated. That means when you will take them to cross, they will not cross. Fine. So they are sibling species. So next I can give you example for compilo species. What is compilo species? They are morphologically different, but they are reproductively they are compatible. Reproductively they are compatible. Some more categories of species on the basis of time period. On the basis of time period. Now, types of species on the basis of time period. Okay. Suppose they belong to same period. If a species belong to same period, they are called synchronic species. If they belong to different period, they are called allochronic species. Okay. Some more categories of species. Morphospecies. Morphospecies means again same morphologically they are same, or morphological characters are same. Taxonomical species. Taxonomical species. Okay. So their binomial name is same. Same binomial name. And neontological species. All living species. Those are living species, they are called neontological species. So students, we have discussed with the all types of species, including binomial nomenclature. In this, any doubt, any one of you? Students, till this, any doubt, any one of you? Students? Respond to me now, please. Any doubt?
Sympathetic species, ma'am.
Yes, tell me. Priya, tell me.
Sympathetic species.
Sympatric species. Okay, okay. Yeah. Now, we'll go for sympatric species. Okay. Suppose this is the land. Total land is occupied by A species. A means same species. Particularly in this region, a separate species present. That's why I've represented it with B. It can happen, suppose in this full region, it is completely occupied, rich in water, green vegetation, high rainfall, high humidity. That means all are suitable conditions for the growth of a species. But these conditions are not favorable there. Okay, that's why here a new species formation takes place. This type of species, in the same land, the two different species you are getting, that type of species is called sympatric species. Is it clear, Priya? Priya,
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
any more doubt? Any one of you? Any more doubt? Now, let us see the difference between taxonomy and systematics. Taxonomy, whenever I'm talking about the taxonomy, there is a broader unit. Systematic, the smaller unit. You know, systematic means Systematic arrangement of organisms. 1 year AIPFT, they have asked the definition. In 1 year AIPFT, they have asked the definition that systematic arrangement of organism is called systematic. What factors here you are considering in taxonomy? Identification, nomenclature, classification. Based on rules and principles. Now here, identification, nomenclature, plus you will give the description of the plant as well. Then you are classifying the organisms. Classification. The term systematic was given by, again it is a question of NEET. Term systematic was given by English. Very important, students. Now, what are the types of taxonomy? What are the types of taxonomy? Yeah. Two types. One is classical, another is modern. Who has given the concept of modern taxonomy? Julian. Again, name of the scientists are important. And who has classical taxonomy associated to them? In your previous year, you will see that they have asked the name of the scientist. These are important for NEET. The scientist's name from this chapter. Classical taxonomy was given by Aristotle and Theocritus. A father of classical taxonomy, Aristotle. Okay. And father of modern taxonomy, father of modern taxonomy. All of you know his name, please. English. Now, what are the categories? What are the basic on which this classical and modern taxonomy is? So, let us give you some example of the basis. What are the bases? Good. Suppose here the bases are classical taxonomy. What are the bases? External and internal structure. Okay. As well as evolutionary study. Which external and internal structure, which morphological features you are taking? Root, stem, and leaf. And here only you are taking the morphological feature, but in modern taxonomy you are taking the morphological as well as anatomy. You are also taking the physiology of the plant as well as tissue level organization. So these are the basis of modern taxonomy as well as the classical taxonomy. Modern taxonomy again are of two types. Cytotaxonomy. Numerical taxonomy. Some more types of taxonomy, student. That is alpha, beta, and omega. Okay. Alpha taxonomy is also called alpha taxonomy or classical taxonomy. With these types of taxonomy, they basically only deal with the morphological features. That's it. Okay? Alpha taxonomy. Next is beta taxonomy. It is also called modern taxonomy. They are dealing with morphological as well as anatomical. Anatomical. And last one is omega taxonomy. Now, in omega taxonomy, you will get the descriptive study, okay, of morphological as well as anatomical studies. That is omega taxonomy. One more type of taxonomy is there, that is karyotaxonomy. Karyo means karyo related to nucleus. Karyo means what? Nucleus. Okay, na? So the taxonomy which deal with chromosome, they are called karyotaxonomy. Okay. Now what are the types of specimen you are using? So we have done with the types of taxonomy. Okay. We have done with the types of taxonomy. Types of specimen. What are the types of specimen? Number one, holotype. Holo means complete. Wherever you are getting the word holo in biology means complete. There you will, suppose first time you are giving description of original plant. Description of original plant. That type of specimen is called holotype. Okay. Plant I'm talking about the herbarium. What is herbarium? This will be a bit, I'm telling you. Next is lectotype. Okay. Lectotype means suppose this holotype herbarium has been lost. Okay, now then you are preparing the sheet, seeing the original plant. You have made a herbarium, but that herbarium is lost. That is holotype is lost. So again you are making another herbarium. So now this time we will not call it holotype. This time we will call it lectotype. That means if holotype lost, herbarium sheet will be made by original plant. So what is this herbarium actually? Herbarium, sheets are there like this. Suppose this is one page of herbarium I'm talking about. So this is suppose just small. I'm talking about the small herbarium. Like in the school level, student used to prepare this type of herbarium. Suppose you have prepared a herbarium with a chart paper. This is a white chart paper. So you have collected a tulsi plant. You have dried the plant, and you have stick that tulsi plant here. Okay. And here name of the collector, suppose your name, place from where you have isolated it, suppose your home location Odisha or wherever, and the date of collection. These three things should be there, and its scientific name and its vernacular name. In this way, suppose in one page I'm talking about the herbarium sheet. Okay, but generally large size of herbarium are also available. Okay, this is actually a herbarium. Here with the term herbarium. The second one is electrotype. The third one is neotype. Third one is neotype. Suppose if original plant is also lost and that holotype is also lost. Okay, then again you are making the herbarium sheet. Okay, with the same species of another plant. Okay, your original plant has been lost, your herbarium has been lost, holotype has been lost. Then again you are preparing herbarium with another. We are preparing herbarium, same species of another plant. That type is called neotype. Okay, now, if original plant and holotype lost, herbarium sheet will be made through same species of other plant. Three types I have discussed: holotype, electrotype, and neotype. Two more types are there that I will discuss in next class. Till this, any doubt, any one of you? Till this, any one of you, any doubt? Yes, Shubhosri, Shushri, Vicky, Tanmay, Roshan, Sangamitra. Any doubt, any one of you? Poonam, Manmaya, Ayushi, please tell me. Jyotirmay, any one of you, any doubt? Any one of you? Okay, fine. So we are done with today's classes.